Good morning and welcome to Coffee on the Coast. I am your host today, Tina Prigge. I am very excited because today we are going to be talking about 100 plus women who care here in Manitowoc County. It is a way for women to make a big impact in the community. And I am going to be joined by Susie Bowen, Julie Ribley, and Paula Fox. Welcome to Coffee on the Coast, ladies.
Thank you, Tina.
So
What a privilege to be here.
So let's start off. Let's tell people, what is 100 plus women who care?
Well, 100 Plus Women Who Care was an organization started in Jackson, Michigan by a lady who was raising money for cribs and ended up with way more money than she thought. I was privileged to join my auntie about 2 years ago and go up to the UP and see it in action. And it was a large group of women with the purpose of gathering in the spirit of love and camaraderie, wanting to make their communities better. And by pooling their money and helping their local charities and the needs of the community, they were able to do that, all with the fun, and it was fun with a purpose.
Fantastic. So it's many people coming together with a relatively small amount, but the result is a big impact for a community, nonprofit, or charity.
Exactly. And it was super efficient, super electric, super fun. The meeting was prompt, started immediately at the top of the hour and ended right when they said it was gonna. And at the end of the evening, some local charity made way with, well, that day was $14,000.
Huge.
Wow, that is a huge impact. So this is a national initiative. It's not just something happening in Manitowoc County. I think you mentioned that since 2006, nationally, different women's groups have been tackling this and making a difference. And now, thanks to the three of you, you are making this known and available right here in Manitowoc County. So let's talk about the magic number of 100.
Yeah, so it's, go ahead, Paula.
So really the number is really 100 is just a goal number. That's all, and the reason it's called 100 plus is because ideally we really want to have more than 100 women. And of course we know there are incredible women in our community and really in all of Manitowoc County that really enjoy giving to nonprofit organizations. So what we're trying to do is to create an environment so those 100 plus women can gather together and responsibly give $10,000 immediately in a one night, 1 hour long event and get that money injected into our county in a very short period of time with a huge impact. And that's what we're so excited about. We know that this community is so giving, and we know that this community is really excited to give back to our community.
So that is a huge impact. So if we do the math, 100 women, $100 each, that's where you get the $10,000. And that all goes to a single charity that then you've vetted and voted on as a group to be the beneficiary for that amount.
Absolutely. And what's so exciting about all of this is that we don't just want to do it once and be one and done. We want to do this 4 times a year. So can you imagine the impact of at least 100 women giving $10,000 4 times a year? That's $40,000. And over a period of time, hopefully that number of 100 is going to keep growing and growing. And goodness, as Sue knows, that the organization has been able to give just tremendous amounts across the country, not just within Manitowoc County. But this initiative is what we want to do right here in our own hometown, in our own backyard.
Oh, so that's important to note, right? That what you're working on right here, right now, is specifically staying within Manitowoc County to benefit the nonprofits or charities right here in Manitowoc County on the coolest coast.
Yes, ma'am. If there's a national organization, that's great, but we want our funds to stay here. So,
yeah, right. Julie, how much our nonprofits need this money right now. And we're so excited about that because Julie has direct contact with some of these places, and some of our steering committee has direct contact with the nonprofits. So Julie's got some information about that.
Well, we just really, again, we want to, make the impact local, right? We want to have a local impact. And we know we have some great nonprofits that are doing some great work here, but we also know that during this challenging time, it is more difficult. So it's more difficult to raise funds. It's more difficult to recruit volunteers. So we really want to do what we can to help out. I can personally make a small impact, but if I get my 99 girlfriends together, we can make a huge impact. And that's really what we want to do. We want to celebrate the work that our nonprofits are doing. We want to help get their missions out to everyone in the community, and then be able to write a lot of checks and give them a lot of money at the end of the night.
Beautiful. So it's really community, looking out for community. You're getting together and doing what you can to raise others up. I definitely love that concept. So you're working on preparing for your first raise. Do you want to talk about how people might be able to participate?
Absolutely.
Sure. Go ahead, Sue.
Go ahead, Paula. I think this was your point.
Yeah, doesn't matter. So what we really wanted to do is, and Tina, we were talking a little bit earlier before the show even started, the idea was really hatched through Sue, and Sue gathered Julie and I together. We created this awesome opportunity an awesome idea and tried to get this going off the ground. This started last February and March. And of course, COVID hit. So, that kind of put everything on hold. And we thought, okay, we're gonna just put this on hold right now until we can all regroup and reboot, which we did. And we thought, okay, November, we're gonna be ready. We can do this. And it didn't happen in November either, as we all know, due to COVID. But we knew we could make a difference. So rather than having a donation come from one night, 1 hour of giving, we decided to launch just really kind of a month-long campaign in which anybody who is on our Facebook page, anybody actually in the entire community in the county, can choose to give a donation to their favorite charity. They select any one that they want. And, ideally we want it to be within Manitowoc County, but it certainly doesn't have to be. But give to as many organizations as you want, but then come back to our Facebook page so we can kind of create an interaction where you're then saying and telling everybody, I gave. So we're suggesting that people, post on our Facebook page, which I know is streaming alongside the bottom there, which is Manitowoc County 100 plus women who care, but then use the hashtag, oh my gosh, hashtag, tell me what it is, you guys.
It's MC 100 I gave.
Right.
So that's what you need all your girlfriends, right?
Right.
It'll be on the Facebook page. I'll post it this afternoon. There's the national, it's actually a continental alliance because Saskatchewan and some other Canadian counties are in this too. And you can go to the website in Nashville is the national website. And then I'll give the email website, the email page and the Facebook website. I'll put it all on Facebook today. So you can just go to Facebook and find all your digital needs, I should say.
Nice. So we're talking about Facebook. It's a Facebook group, Manitowoc County 100 plus women who care.
Absolutely.
And so did you mention too that there is forms, anything that people would need to get involved in the group located there on the Facebook group page?
There is, and I do want to give a shout out to Karen Rohr because she's part of the steering committee. So there's actually, I think, about 14 on the steering committee, and we've been meeting on Monday nights and doing by Zoom and kind of getting all of this going. But Karen has done a wonderful job to get us organized on Facebook. So if they go on the group in files, they can actually see the Google form and then fill that out online. So it kind of makes things a little bit easier. There's a membership form application, and then there's also a form to nominate your favorite charity. So we do ask that if you are nominating a charity that you are a member. And then there's also, once that is done, there's also a form for the charity to fill out as well. Like Susie said, we really are vetting the charities because we want to make sure that they're a 501c3 and that that if they're not a local charity, that the impact is local. And then we ask for their mission and some other things on that form. And they can all be found on the group page.
Awesome. And we should probably clarify that 100 Women Plus Who Care is not a 501c3. You're not accepting the funds. When somebody's making a donation to the charities that you've selected, they are writing out their checks directly to that charity, right?
Correct.
Yes,
exactly.
Absolutely.
We are a 100% volunteer organization. So we take no money from anybody. We don't file any federal forms, any state forms, which is the beauty of not having to be a 501c3, which is why we are asking people to make the direct donation to that approved and voted upon charity the night that we all meet. And that check, that group, that organization, that lucky organization will get home with a stack full of checks or cash, $10,000. So exciting, so impactful.
So this makes it fun because we get to gather with a purpose. We get to learn about our local charities. We get to learn where our interests may lie. Should we decide we want to give them some of our time, we can tell other people what's available in our community and plug in people to the correct charity to meet their need. We also get to patronize a gathering place as well as vendors who would supply us with the food for that evening when we are able to convene. So it's just a win-win-win, and everyone has fun doing it. It was just so easy, and the Alliance website gives little tips for the charities on how to do their 5-minute presentation. So it's just so easy and so fun.
That's beautiful. And are you managing to use technology in this time of COVID to carry on with your mission?
Yeah, the old dog learned a few tricks.
I think we all have.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a painful process with the technology part, but hey, we're figuring out and bringing our girlfriends on board that have more talent than we do.
Yeah,
Nice.
School me.
Yeah.
Well, this is such a beautiful concept. It's really kind of like the proverbial barn raising, where everyone comes together, and just by contributing the little part that they can, you end up having this big impact right here in the community that we live. Ladies, thank you so much for volunteering your time to wrangle all of this and make it possible and to make it known. And people should know that this isn't just a one and done, that you're looking at doing this quarterly, maybe having this great impact 4 times a year. We've got the contact information for you here and your Facebook page. So after this, people can look out for you and get in touch. Is there anything you want to say before we sign off?
I think we really want to say give. Everybody, take a look at your local organizations, choose a favorite 1 or 2 or 5, whatever you want, and give. Choose an amount and give to our nonprofits.
Absolutely.
And all of the charities that have been tirelessly working through the last 20 years, especially this last year with COVID, I thank you. I'm humbled by what you do and for how long you're doing it, and all the people that you serve. Thank you.
Absolutely.
You can join together with 100 plus women who care and make a big difference. Ladies, thank you so much. Good luck. Take care.
Thank you.
Tina.